Hey, what's up guys? My name is Katon and welcome to the Minute Mortgage Show. All right guys, hope you guys are having a great week. I wanted to continue this educational series with a question that I've been asked a lot, and that's really what is the difference between a mortgage banker and a mortgage broker? There seems to be a lot of confusion. Some people say that they're both, but in reality, there's really three things that I personally believe set bankers and brokers apart, and I'll give you my feedback on what I think is actually the best option for you if you're shopping for a mortgage. All right, now first of all, the biggest difference between a banker and a broker is options and programs. Typically when you work with a banker, they're really kind of stuck with whatever options and programs that they have in-house. Usually it's a one-size-fit-all for all their clients. So every single client, regardless of credit, is getting the same kind of 30-year Fannie Mae mortgage. All the VA guys are getting the same stuff. They can't really tailor their programs to your specific needs. And that really limits them in a lot of ways in what they can offer and who they can actually offer it to. There's a lot of people out there, especially you self-employed borrowers, who have really different income scenarios. It doesn't make sense that you have a very unique financial situation and you're getting the same mortgage as everyone else. It doesn't make sense. But as a broker, you can really kind of custom tailor or find a good program that fits your particular client instead of just giving the one-size-fit-all kind of deal. Number two is speed, and the speed of the transaction, how quickly you can close. The old saying, time is money. It's very, very true in this industry. Bankers, typically are a lot slower than brokers, and here's why. When you're working at a bank, you obviously have a ton of overhead. Most banks don't really specialize in mortgages. They do a bunch of other things, checking, savings, investments, things of that nature. But when you're dealing with a mortgage broker, you're dealing with somebody who only deals with mortgages. They're very specialized in it. Typically, the average closing time nationwide is around 45, 50 days to close a loan with a bank. Personally, here as a broker, we're closing loans in about 20, 25 days or even less. The fastest I've personally closed a loan was in about 13 days. So, if speed is something that you value, if you want to get this thing done quickly, I definitely recommend that you work with a broker, especially in this environment. All right, and last but not least, number three. Obviously, when you're shopping for a mortgage, the big thing that everyone's talking about is rates. Now, that's probably the biggest knock versus banks and brokers. Brokers obviously have access to several different lenders that they work with. So what makes more sense? You taking your time talking to 5, 10, 20 different banks trying to get the best deal, or asking a broker who has all these connections and can do it for you in a blink of an eye. I personally like, saving as much time as possible, going back to our last point. All right, all that being said, obviously I'm a little bit biased as a mortgage broker myself. I really think brokers are the best way and really the right way to go for a mortgage. Big banks just don't do it as well as us. They have, all these crazy overlays because they have to protect their overhead and all the other investments that they have. They're a lot slower because they send your file off to somewhere in the middle of nowhere and you don't hear back from an underwriter for another week or two on your file. As a broker, I know most of my underwriters on a first name basis. I can call them up. I have their cell phone numbers. It's a huge advantage over these big banks, and I really like doing this for my clients and working for them as a broker to get them the best deal, making sure that their unique financial situations are addressed as such. All right, and that wraps it up for this week's video. If you like this and you want to see more of it, make sure you like, subscribe, follow me on all social media platforms at Minute Mortgage. If you have any questions, make sure to drop me a line in the messages. Give me a call on my cell phone, whatever you want. But that does it for now. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode. First one in, last one out. Have a great week, everyone.